If you would have told me at the start of the season that Nottingham Forest would be third in the Premier League, I would have punched you in the face.
Daddy, chill.
Cause that seems so impossible, especially considering how much money the Premier League elites have. But somehow, almost 30 games into the Premier League season, Forest are third. They've built an incredible team and are doing the impossible. And that got me thinking, what if I take over them for the next 10 years? Can I bring Nottingham Forest back to their glory days? Because a lot of people might not know this, but back in the 70s, Nottingham were one of the world's best clubs. They won the English First Division, multiple European Cups. But of course, we live in a different world now. It's not going to be easy bringing Nottingham to those kind of heights, because other clubs like Man United, Man City, they're always going to have more money. But if we're smart in this takeover, focus on maybe the academy, make the correct signings, I think over 10 seasons, we can really build something special here at Nottingham. For season 1, we're starting right where Nottingham are in real life, third in the Premier League. And honestly, they've built such a good team. It's so well balanced with players like Murillo at the back. You've got Elliot Anderson, Hudson-Odoi, and Elanga on either side. They're going to be so good. Gibbs White as well. The bench has got a bit of talent. The only thing Nottingham Forest are going to have to worry about is the Premier League elite scouting through their talents. I mean, come on, with the season the likes of Gibbs White, Elanga, and Hudson-Odoi are having, you just know the traditional top 6 of the Premier League will try to sign them. And that's what's going to happen in this takeover as well. Every season, the first offer we get from one of the traditional top 6 Premier League clubs, we have to accept. Now, this rule will go away once we do win the Premier League with Nottingham, but I do think we're quite a few seasons away from that. Okay, for season 1 though, since we're in March, we don't really have to worry about any of our players leaving, but that also means we can't make transfers to improve this team. But I'm not going to just sit and do nothing. We're going to do what's in our control, that's hiring coaches. We know how important that is for player growth. Tactics-wise, I don't think I want to make any changes because Nuno Santo has got this team playing great football. We're going to stick with this 4-2-3-1 formation. But there is still something really big that we can focus on in this first season, the Youth Academy. Right now, Nottingham have got a bunch of talents in here, but none of them look exciting. If we really want to make Nottingham Forest a top-tier club, we're going to need at least 2 or 3 players coming from the academy, saving us money that way, or maybe even generating money for us at some point. And come on, we've got a budget of about 55 mil this season. Might as well use it to sign youth scouts. And there you go. We've now got 3 scouts. I'm sending 1 to England. Oh, and I think Spain should be really good as well, especially to find a top-tier cam with great passing. And since it's Nuno Santo coaching Nottingham Forest, maybe sending a scout to Portugal might play out well. Alright guys, there's nothing more I can do right now to improve this team. The only thing that remains to be seen is if we can get top 4. It's going to be tough, but let's get through the season. End of the season and Nottingham Forest have done it. Third in the Premier League, above Man City. They've managed to hold on. I mean, I can't take any credit for this, boys. It's Nuno Santo who's built this team. A really solid foundation that we can build on. Look at the season Chris Wood has had. Just a couple of goals less than Isaac. Next season, we're probably going to have to replace him because he's 33. But man, I'm already excited to see what we can do with Champions League money coming in. Now, unlike usual takeovers, I'm not keeping the goal to win 25 trophies, multiple Champions Leagues and whatnot. Nah, man, that doesn't make sense. We're going to take it step by step with Nottingham. Our immediate goal is to try and build a Premier League winning team, and we're going to get there slowly but surely. Meanwhile, an update on our Youth Academy escapades. I'd say we've gotten mixed results. Couldn't find a good talent from Spain at all. We did find Marcio Lopez from Portugal, 62 rated, good potential. But from England, we found a baller man, Jesse Fox, a striker. Could be the man to replace Chris Wood in a few years. There's also Kai Corbett, who is already in our academy. Again, really high potential. But yeah, these are 3 players that I think are going to play a big part in this Nottingham Forest takeover. Maybe not now, but definitely 6 or 7 seasons down the line. That's right, boys. That's how ahead we're planning. We're now in season 2, and oh my days, that sweet Champions League money has just come in, 160 million. The things we can do with that. But first, we gotta deal with pain, because even though we finished 3rd in the Premier League, we didn't win it. And that means the first offer that comes for one of our players from a top 6 Premier League club, we have to accept. If it's gonna be for Gibbs White, I'm really gonna be pissed. So far, there's an offer, but it's from Union Berlin. We don't have to entertain that at all. Ooh, offer coming in for Taiwo Awoniyi, currently our backup striker. Again, it's from RC Lens. We don't care. I'm actually wondering if a top 6 Prem club is going to come for one of our players. Maybe our team is super low rated right now, so they don't really care. And maybe that's the case because almost a month has gone by and the biggest Premier League club to come in with an offer is Bournemouth. We don't have to accept this. So for now, I think we need to focus on building and improving this team. And I mean, hey, we've got unbelievable money this season, so let's make the most of this. To start off with, I think Forest are in dire need of a goalkeeper upgrade. Sells is good, 80 rated, but we need someone who can really grow. And I don't see a better option than Bart Verbruggen. 27 million. That's what it took to sign Bart Verbruggen from Brighton. To be honest, that does feel like a bargain because I've got a feeling he's going to be here for the next 10 years. Unless, of course, the likes of Man United or Man City steal him. But hey, let's not worry about that right now. We've got ourselves a solid goalkeeper upgrade. Now moving up the pitch, I think we're looking really good for the centre-back spots. Murillo and Milenkovic are solid. I want to give Neko Williams a run out as well because there's a lot of room for him to grow. But we've got this Nigerian right-back, Aina. He's good, but sadly he's 28. He's not going to really grow. I think we could do with an upgrade here. For a second, I thought maybe Trent Alexander-Arnold, but Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that he's on his way to Real Madrid. He ain't gonna cancel his Madrid deal to join Nottingham Forest, is he? Plus, I'd say that would be an unrealistic transfer, and I know you guys in the comments would be absolutely pissed. But I think Aaron Hickey from Brentford, 23 years old, a lot of room to grow. He's just the player we need. But I'm not done yet. There's still a lot of changes I want to make to this team, particularly getting another good CDM. I know we've got Elliot Anderson. I do want him to play there. He's 22, so he'll keep growing, but I think we can afford to get in a better teammate. Dominguez is 27, not much room to grow. And guys, we're still left with 106 million. And I guess we can use that to sign 21-year-old Carlos Baleba, 80 rated CDM from Brighton. Bro, I don't think I've ever signed him in any of my videos, but he looks like a crazy good wonder kid. 21, already 80 rated. And yup, for 27 million, we've signed him from Brighton. Okay, I need to stop signing players from Brighton. First, it was Verbruggen, now Baleba. But hey, at least our team is looking ridiculous. But there's still one more position I think we need a massive upgrade. It's not the cam spot. We've got Gibbs White. It's not the winger spots because I believe in Hudson-Odoi and Elanga. It's the striker spot. Chris Wood was our best player last season, I guess, with 21 goals. But if we want to be a serious Premier League club, we need to move on from him. We've got about 65 million to make a striker signing. Let's make it count. Okay, I had a crazy thought. Could we bring Lookman back to the Premier League? He's 85 rated, and I think we do need that kind of a leader in this squad. We're going to be in the Champions League this season. Oh man, I don't think we're going to have the money for this, but let's at least give it a shot. We're going to start off with a 53 million pound offer. Let's just see what Atalanta say. Oh my days, they've countered with 75. By the way, since we are managing Nottingham Forest, transfer negotiations are set on strict. It's going to be a lot harder to sign players. And let's see if a counter offer 57 mil is going to do the trick. And no, they're not even bringing the fee down. I could maybe add Chris Wood in a swap deal, but I don't think they're stupid enough to accept that. Let's just give it a try. And they're going to think about it. Maybe there's hope. Lookman would genuinely be game-changing, man. I'm really hoping we can pull this off. And nah, these guys just countered with 74.9 mil. Do you know what? We do have quite a few players that I can maybe sell. I've sold Chris Wood, guys. It's the only way. 12.1 million. I think we've got a great deal here. I also sold a few more players. And with that, I think we've got more than enough to sign Lookman. And wait a minute. Now they accepted a 60 million offer. Atlanta just wasted my time and made me sell all those players. But hey, we're bringing Lookman back to the Premier League. 85 rated. This is a superstar signing for us. And oh man, with Lookman leading the line, look at how good this team looks. Now I'm done with all my signings, but there's still something we need to worry about. You see, we haven't received a single offer from any top 6 club yet, but we're still on deadline day and anything can happen. Okay, none of these offers are from a top 6 club. The good thing is all the new players we signed, we can't get offers for them. But the likes of Murillo, Elanga, Gibbs White, all of them could get stolen. But I think we're about to survive, boys. Just 5 hours to go on deadline day. There is an offer for Morato, but it's from Atalanta. We're safe. Oh, there's an offer for Hudson-Odoi, but it's from Brighton. We don't have to accept it. And with that, we've gotten through deadline day unscathed. We get to keep all our players, and that's why we need to make most of this season. We're in the Champions League. I don't think we've got the tools yet to win win the Premier League. We still need a lot of growth. But if we can again get back in a top 4, I think that'll be really solid progress. Okay, our first attempt in the Champions League, and we've gotten a reality check. 19th in the league phase. But we got kicked out by Juventus in the playoffs. That's why I said we can't be aiming for like 25 or 30 trophies over the 10 years. It's going to be a long grind to make Nottingham Forest the title-winning side. Meanwhile, in the Premier League, could we get top 4? And no, we failed to do so. Another reality check. I told you guys, getting top 4 is not going to be an easy thing to do every single year. We're going to have to work for it. The good thing is that our team is getting better and better. Look at the growth all round. Lookman had a crazy good year, scoring 25 goals. Gibbs White again with 11 assists and 17 goals. How is he not going up in his overall? Elanga as well with a decent season. Elliot Anderson up to an 80. Baleba growing like crazy up to 83. But yeah, guys, I do feel like we're on the right path. Although for Season 3 our budgets dropped down to 73 mil. I mean, hey, we didn't qualify for the Champions League. This was gonna happen. But what I'm worried about more is that since we didn't win the league, one of the top 6 Premier League clubs could steal one of our players. And with this season Lookman had, Baleba being 84, Murillo being 83, Verbruggen being 85, I have a feeling that this season we aren't gonna escape without selling one of our players. And let's see, boys, are we gonna get an offer? Oh boy, already 4 of them. None of them from the usual top 6. Are we going to survive another season? And of course we aren't. Arsenal have come with an offer for Morgan Gibbs-White, and there's nothing we can do but accept it. And there you go, boys. Gibbs-White is heading out of the building. Off to Arsenal. This is why in this takeover, if we want to succeed, we're gonna have to become Premier League champions as soon as possible. Because now it was Gibbs-White, but next season it could be Verbruggen, it could be Lookman. We can't keep losing out on our players. The good thing is at least we can use the money from the Gibbs-White sale. We've got about 113 million. And of course, guys, this season we need to strengthen our team with the new cam. Also, if money's left, I probably want to bring in a left back. Neco Williams isn't growing as much as I expected. But first, let's focus on the cam spot, and I don't see a better option than Morgan Rogers. This dude's balling out for Aston Villa. He's 84 rated now, 23 years old, and I'm dropping 60 mil to bring him to Forest. I know it's a shame that we don't have Morgan Gibbs-White anymore. He was one of the players I wanted to really grow, but hey, that's how this challenge is going to be. It's not going to be an easy takeover, but I think we've done a perfect job bringing in Morgan Rogers as a replacement. Now for the left back spot, going for Newcastle's Lewis Hall, 82 rated, 21 years old, but I don't know if we've got the funds to pull this off. Let's try a £40 million offer. It's gonna work. Let's go. And that's a top tier signing, boys. We're bringing Lewis Hall to Forest. Despite losing Gibbs-White, I think our team is better than ever. Every player in the first team is 80 plus rated, and we've got such a young squad. There's so much room for these players to grow. Talking about growth, an update on our academy. If you guys remember, we had loaned out Marcio Lopez, our Portuguese academy graduate. He's actually doing a good job here at Darmstadt. Up to a 68 overall. We'll let him ball out in Germany. This Corbett guy's got crazy potential, but he's still super low rated, so I kind of want to just keep him at the academy for now. But Jesse Fox, up to a 67 overall. I don't want him to leave our academy, so we will promote him to the senior team. But I am instantly loaning him out. I feel like these academy players are going to help us out later on in the takeover. For now, we'll just keep loaning them out and let them get game time. With that, guys, our squad is ready for the season ahead. I think we're more than good enough to secure top 4 now. But I've got a sneaky feeling we might be able to challenge for the league, or at least maybe win a domestic cup. That would be nice, opening our trophy account. Okay, this is annoying. We finished 5th in the Premier League again. Why is it so difficult to break into that top 4? I mean, now next season again, the likes of City, Arsenal, Liverpool can steal our players. Meanwhile, in cup competitions, at least we're showing a bit of progress. FA Cup, we made it to the semis. Carabao Cup 2, we made it to the semis. And would you believe it, we made it to the Europa League semis as well. And I mean, I'm not surprised. Look at the growth in our team. Verbruggen is up to an 87. Baleba 87. Elanga starting to grow. Hudson-Odoi is disappointing a bit, but look at Lookman. 25 goals from him, man. Morgan Rogers as well had a solid season. But you know what? This makes me even more worried. With the ratings the likes of Lookman, Rogers, Baleba all are at, other Premier League clubs are 100% going to try and steal them. And oh my days, Season 4 kicks off with an offer for Verbruggen. Thankfully, it's from Bayern. The transfer rule clearly says we only have to sell to the top 6 of the Premier League. League. Thankfully, that does not include Bayern Munich. We can reject this, but I do think season 4 is going to be painful. We are going to lose one of our key players. Our budget this season is definitely more than last year, but again, we're not going to get the crazy budgets until we qualify for Champions League. But how are we going to make any progress with Chelsea now coming to steal Verbruggen? I thought we were safe when Bayern Munich came with that offer. And oh boy, Verbruggen is probably the player I didn't want to sell at all. We literally grew him from 80 to 87, and all that hard work Chelsea is now going to enjoy. At least we're getting good money to bring in a replacement. This has to end, guys. We can't be selling our best players to other Premier League clubs. And we know the way to end it. We got to just win the Premier League. Sounds easy, but since the first season, we haven't even got back in the top 4. I think we need to just take baby steps. This season, we got to get into that top 4. I mean, to be fair, I really feel like we've got the team. We just need a really good goalkeeper. And I think Marco Carnesecchi from Arsenal will do the job. We'll also get a bit of revenge for them stealing Gibbs White from us. But wait, I put in a £60 million offer and Mikel Arteta just walked out. I told you guys, we've got transfer negotiations on strict. I mean, just look at how difficult it is. 95 million. That's what they're asking for Carnesecchi. That's not going to leave us with any money to sign more players. I'm going to try 80 million, but that's going to be my last offer. It's on you, Mikel Arteta. I can't, man. I really can't. I think signing players from the top 6 Premier League clubs is going to be really tough for us. Maybe we need to now look outside of England for some signings. Okay, I know Trubin isn't as high rated as Verbruggen, but it was a lot easier to sign him. Signing him for under 50 mil is an absolute steal. And that leaves us with 92 million, which is going to be really important. Because, guys, I've given Hudson-Odoi enough time. He hasn't started to grow. I think we need to reinforce our attack. And call me crazy, but I feel Jadon Sancho is the perfect player. Nottingham is becoming a club where talents are being given second chances to succeed. You know, like Hudson-Odoi, who couldn't make it at Chelsea, or even Elanga, who couldn't do it at Man United. And I don't think Sancho's enjoying his time at Man United here. He's 85 rated. We could get a good deal on him, and we're doing it. Sancho to Nottingham. I think now it's time for Nottingham to take a massive step forward. We've got the players in the attack, in the midfield, in the defense as well. We're making it through the season to see if we can get top 4. Maybe if you guys can subscribe, we'll get a bit of good luck. All right, guys, this is the moment of truth. Have we secured top 4? And yes, we have. 3rd in the Premier League. And we were just 7 points off top of the league. Oh my days, we've also won our first trophy this season, the FA Cup, trophy number 1. Wait a minute, did we just do a double? We've even won the Carabao Cup, trophy number 2. Unfortunately, we got knocked out in the Europa League, but this season has been incredible. Just look at Morgan Rogers. From the camp spot, he's been our top scorer, 26 assists as well. Lookman as well with crazy stats. Sancho came through. Bro, I think we've built an unbelievable team. And heading into season 5, I think it's time we start aiming for the... Oh, and a budget of 146 million. This is going to help us win the league. That's what you get for qualifying for Champions League football. But don't forget, since we didn't win the league last year, we still got to accept one offer from one of the top Premier League clubs. And instantly we get an offer. It's for Callum Hudson-Odoi. You know what? It could have been a lot worse. I mean, last year we had to get rid of Bart Verbruggen. That was painful. Hudson-Odoi was anyways backup. Sancho is our main left midfielder. Maybe this is a sign. We didn't have to part ways with any of our first team players. And now we've got 182 million to build a Premier League winning team. Before we do that, though, I want to give a Youth Academy update because, oh boy, a lot has happened. Kai Corbett, who we've loaned out to Preston, up to a 73 overall. I still think a few years more out on loan is the best play for him. Marcio Lopez is up to a 76 out on loan at Alaves in Spain. But the big one is Jesse Fox. He's back at Nottingham right now, up to a 77 overall. We can keep him at the club right now, make him back up to Lookman. But nah, I think he needs to be loaned out for a few more seasons. I'm kind of hoping that when it's time for Lookman to hang up his boots, we've got Jesse Fox ready to take reins. But for now, the young kid is going out on loan. With the academy update out of the way, let's focus on building a Premier League winning side. And I think right now there's 2 things that we need. 1, a world-class defender. Milenkovic is getting old. He's 30. And sadly, Elliot Anderson hasn't grown like I would have liked to. We're gonna need someone higher rated. Oh, look at that. Levi Colwell's contract's expiring. And come on, man. If we're getting an opportunity to sign a player from one of the top 6 Premier League clubs, we're gonna gonna take it, especially for a price like 40 million. Welcome to Nottingham, Levi. Meanwhile, for the CDM spot, Boubacar Kamara I think would be perfect. He's got Premier League experience from playing at Villa, and I think we've gotten a pretty good deal at 50 million. Yo, our first team looks absolutely incredible now. But since we were forced to sell Hudson-Odoi, I think we could do with the replacement on the bench. And I think Mitoma would be perfect for this role. I know he's 31, but we just need him to dazzle off the bench. And there you go, boys. We've got a deal at 25 mil. Okay, guys, we've actually built a Nottingham team that can dominate the Premier League for the next few years. All we need to do is win the Premier League once, so other clubs can't sign our players. The question is, are we ready now? Are we good enough? Okay, this isn't a good start. We lost the Community Shield, but we did win the FA Cup 9-8 on penalties. That's our third trophy. Champions League, though, we're nowhere near good enough. Knocked out in the round of 16. But it's the Premier League I'm desperate to win. I want to stop selling our players to the top 6. For that, we need to win the Premier League, and looks like we have finished above Man City, above Arsenal. Oh, but no, we finished 4th. Just 4 points from winning the Premier League. We're now in Season 6, and there's a good chance the likes of Lookman, Rogers, Paleba, all 90-plus rated players, one of them could end up leaving. But yo, my luck is actually crazy. We get another offer for our backup player, Elliot Anderson. Guys, we're having the craziest luck right now. We haven't had to sell any of our first-team players, but I think eventually our luck will run out. We have to win the Premier League now. This is our 6th season. Maybe the reason we're not winning the Premier League is we're not using our youth academy. To be honest though, our academy boys aren't ready yet. We're still loaning out Marcio Lopez. Kai Corbett, I'm gonna loan him out again. He's 77 rated. Jesse Fox is probably ready. He can definitely come back and be back up to Lookman, but I don't see a point in that. Staying at Sevilla, he can get up to like an 83 or an 84 overall. We just gotta be patient when we're gonna implement the academy players. For now, guys, I feel like there's nothing we can do to improve this team. Every position has got a quality player in. I seriously believe there's a conspiracy against Nottingham. How on earth haven't we won the Premier League yet? 2nd this time? Nah, man, I just don't get it. The fact that we're winning trophies otherwise, the Community Shield, trophy number 4, make that 5 with yet another FA Cup, or Champions League 2, we reach the semi-finals. There's something we're missing, and I just don't know what. Because in terms of overall, this team is phenomenal. We're now 7 seasons into managing Nottingham, and still we're gonna have to serve one of our players to the Premier League elite. I don't know how we keep doing this, but we get relatively lucky once again. Chelsea coming for Milinkovic. He's not a starter. But man, I'm tired of living in this sphere where we can lose our best players. I really don't think transfers are going to solve our problems, because on paper, the team is good. Maybe it's time for us to finally trust our academy talents. And well, they do look ready. Kai Corbett is up to an 82 overall. I might need to sell Lewis Hall so he starts, but I think we got to take the bet, man, because we're anyway not winning the Premier League. Marcio Lopez is up to an 83 overall. I don't think we need to get rid of Aaron Hickey. Maybe he can compete with Lopez, and I'm sure Lopez is going to outgrow him. But the big decision we've got up top is Jesse Fox, 83 rated at the age of 21. And look at that, boys. There's an offer from Barcelona, a loan deal that could become a buy deal as well. Truth is, if we don't give him a chance now, he's going to end up leaving. To give him a chance, though, we're going to have to sacrifice Lookman. Do you know what? I think the time is right. We're selling 2 key first-team players, Lookman and Lewis Hall. Now, we are trusting our academy. Corbett's going to be a starter. Jesse Fox as well. But we do need another centre-back at the club. And I think I've just found Virgil van Dijk's regen, Ralph Peters, 90-rated Dutch centre-back. What on earth is he doing at Man City? Maybe the next generation VVD is what we need to try and win the Premier League. I think this season's going to entirely depend on how our youth academy players perform. I'm trusting you, Jesse Fox. End of the season and Jesse Fox has grown like crazy, up to an 88 overall. He's even developed a playstyle plus. But in terms of goals, I kind of expected more. But okay, Sancho and Elanga have done the job. Look at their growth as well. Corbett at the back has done a good job going up to an 85. In fact, guys, this team now looks absolutely incredible. But the question is, have our academy players done the job? Well, they are getting us another Community Shield, trophy number 6. Okay, this time we lost the FA Cup, which I don't like. Oh, and we got knocked out in the round of 16. The Premier League is our last hope, man. I am tired of selling our players. Can we finally become champions? This is the moment of truth. And yes, it's taken 7 seasons, but we've taken Nottingham Forest to Premier League glory. 7th trophy in 7 seasons. Maybe it was the youth academy players that we needed to integrate. But hey, we couldn't have done it before this season. They weren't ready yet. But now this team is. And it's such a young squad as well. We've got 3 seasons left. I want to completely dominate English football. And now's the time for us to dream big. Let's keep a goal of trying to reach 15 trophies. Also having a Nottingham Forest Ballon d'Or winner. Jesse Fox, that's got to be you. But to do that, we're going to have to win the Champions League at some point. Season 8, and it does feel good that we don't have to sell any of our players. But honestly, I'm not even considering to make signings now. Most of our squad is super young, or they're in their prime like Morgan Rogers, Sancho, Elanga. I think this team can easily go back-to-back in the Premier League. And that's what I'm talking about. Back-to-back Premier League champions. And also, emphatically, 92 points. Our goal difference was 50. That's trophy number 8. We also win the Community Shield, so make that 9. 10 for the FA Cup. Oh, but in the Champions League, a bit of an oopsie. Knocked out in the playoffs. That's now the one thing that's left that we need to achieve with Nottingham. Winning the Champions League. I mean, the team is there, but we've only got a couple of seasons to try and pull it off. End of season 9, and we've just gone 3 in a row in the Premier League, a 3-peat, and that brings us up to 11 trophies. Make that 12 with another Community Shield, 13 with the FA Cup. We're dominating England. 14 with the Carabao Cup. We've won every trophy possible in England, but we still can't figure out a way to become champions of Europe. In fact, we got humbled, boys. PSG destroyed us 5-0. I mean, pretty much every player in our team is 90 plus rated. I don't know if there's anything more we can do to win the Champions League. We've got just 1 season left, and we're gonna give it everything to make Nottingham Forest European champions once again. Okay, I may have just found the greatest player in career mode history. It's this regen Theo Harrison, 97 rated. It doesn't make sense. Is he like Bellingham's regen? Can't be, because Bellingham is still playing. Since we haven't been signing players for the last couple of years, we now do have a crazy budget of over 500 million. Might be worth just throwing it all on a 97 rated player. How much is he even gonna cost? Like 350 mil? This might be the craziest transfer I think I've ever made in career mode. Oh my days, it's gonna be upwards of 400 million. I mean, hey, it's the final season, probably the final transfer we're gonna make. Let's make it happen. Bro, we're literally paying him 1.3 million pounds per week. It better be worth it, boys. We're signing a 97 rated player. Surely now with a 97 rated cam, we've got what it takes to win the Champions League. Final season, and of course we make it 4 in a row to win the Premier League. This time we almost went invincible as well. But yup, that's 15 trophies. Make that 16 with another Community Shield. No FA Cup this time. No Carabao Cup either. We've already achieved our trophy goal, which was to get to 15. There's only one more thing I want to do with Nottingham, and that's winning the UCL. And this is it, guys. Our last attempt, and we somehow finish in the top 8, just about. Knocking out Frankfurt in the round of 16. Bayern Munich in the quarters. Oh my days, we've destroyed Lyon in the semi-finals. We've made the Champions League final. This is what we wanted. I guess having a 97 rated player really helps. But it was Elanga the hero. 32 goals. And look at all the growth as well. It's crazy. But there's only one question remaining. Can we get the job done? Can we win Nottingham a Champions League? This would be trophy number 17, man. Can we pull it off? The moment of truth? No. That is so painful, man. We almost did it. 4 straight Premier Leagues, but we couldn't win a single Champions League. Kind of shows just how difficult this takeover was, but in the end, I think we built such an awesome team. 16 trophies is no joke as well. And if you enjoyed this video, watch me take over Liverpool for 10 seasons. You bet we're gonna win a lot of Champions Leagues there, so click here.